cutting off my motherfucking internet. This car right here. So these hunkies want to be me so bad, okay? Like, why all of a sudden, so the police is flying through the park all of a sudden? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I just pulled up out here, and already we got this person sitting here already in my phone. They're laid down in the back seat, some motherfucking where in the woods, because my phone notifies me when somebody accesses it. You know, it lets me know. It's like I believe that these ain't nothing but Jewish police officers that keep on being somewhere where they like tracking my phone, because that's the same shit they did in Kentucky. Like, I never had no issues or problems with, since I don't have them now, but just like with them wanting to just pop out and be in my phone or something like that, I've never had that in Cincinnati. None of this stuff came about until Kentucky. And so I know that those are Jewish officers because they're the only ones wanting to track in my phone. Because they're the only ones that's paranoid, because they're the only ones that's doing shit. Okay? But they haven't done anything to me. So I'm just like, I don't know. But man, so this is why it's a problem having people tracking you. Because why would somebody, it has never been a time I've came to this park and it normally is nobody ever here. And it's raining. So the fact somebody's out of their car is unbelievable. We know that they lay down in their back seats because they did that in Kentucky. The motherfuckers will lay down on the floor of the car if they told to, okay? So we know that this car is here because they knew that I was coming and they wanted the car to be in my phone. My phone is like 500 degrees. There is nobody else around. Absolutely nobody. Like, you know when somebody gets in your phone. You just know. I've been going through this for 12 years, okay? 12 whole years. Somebody's in my phone. And so that's why I don't like them tracking me. Because they want to be me so bad. They're so fucking jealous of me. It's ridiculous. And it's like, okay, get a grip of yourself. You'll never be able to be me. I promise you. It's only going to be one me. Even if I had a twin, it would be only one me. Okay? God has not made too many people similar to me because I haven't recognized anybody doing the will of God at this point, on the levels in which need to be done. And so, you know, I'm just not sure. But what I do know, like, there's no way somebody just roaming around the park. They're laying down in their back seat 9 times out of 10 in my fucking phone. Because they do go get in them woods when I pull up, though, for some strange reason. I don't fucking know. But I was sitting here thinking, so, you know, Agape is in Warren, Ohio, where I'm from, and one of the assailants involved in this put me on the target, on the UISH target program list, where I have been raped, drugged, my kids have been stolen. I mean, just everything. Multiple cars have been destroyed. I keep losing jobs, can't get a job, not losing cribs. I just end up moving out because I don't want no evictions or anything. If you're not working, you can't pay rent. I don't like people living with me. I don't like I've only ever lived with my kid's dad and like my childhood boyfriend. Other than that, I've never just let niggas come live at my house or no shit like that. So I just never been like, I'm just different. And so like, if I can't depend on no way to pay my rent if I can't just go to work and pay it. And so, anyways, so one of my ex-boyfriend's dude, his partner, which ended up being cool with my kid's dad. And my kid's dad hates anybody that has dealt with me, period. My kid's dad like has this obsession with me that is so crazy. I don't want nobody to ever love me like that again because it's too much. It's just absolutely too much. He's delusional. He think he owns me. He think he always will. That's why I stayed with him after knowing he was crazy and the ways he was, because like, what am I gonna do? Like, look, I can't do anything now. And so he would have tried to kill me. Like, he could have did it. He was gonna do it himself if he wouldn't have been in prison. And so, I went through a lot of shit with him too. And so the whole point of what I'm trying to say is that, the guy that one of the people that's involved in this second round of this shit that started in 2021, he is a member of Agape, okay? And so Agape was a domestic violence shelter in Tennessee. So it was cool. I thought it gave me a great idea of stuff that people that we need in the black community. Like it is imperative to have shelters for people, especially black women, because unless you're a junkie or unless you're gonna let them control you and what government assistance. Hold up, look at this bullshit. Okay, the Kroger truck riding through the park. Like, bro, the press is too real, okay? The press is too fucking real. Why would the Kroger truck be riding through the park? Why? That is stalking me. That is definitely stalking me, okay? That's stalking me. And so, I don't know if I'm supposed to get scared or worried about that. I don't give a fuck, okay? I want my money. And so, I had called these shelters before I even left and went to Tennessee. And everyone was so welcoming and it was cool. And so they said they can't guarantee me a bed, but more than likely they'll have something available, yada yada yada. They control who they let in and let out. They have beds available, okay? And so what happened by the time I made it to Tennessee, of course everybody called and put their hate in with these connections and these affiliations and associations through these organizations and these fucked up connections they be using. And they long reach and shit where they can go ahead and just cheat and block you from anything that you need to succeed. Okay? Especially when they trying to get life insurance money and your death to be the reason and way that they get it. And so basically what ended up happening, it was a whole bunch of shit. Like it was this Hispanic girl in there. She was being like threatening. Like that this is where the kidnapping was planned at. Because it was the people that worked there, the RAs, the Hispanic girl, I believe that it was her. They was all connected. Okay, and then the little gas station where it happened at just so happened to be closed, but it was multiple cars up there. So the ladies had asked me what happened because this was my first time meeting them, and of course they got the documentation there. But I used to just say it was domestic violence. I didn't used to go into detail about what it is directly because people act like you crazy, and I don't got time for that shit. I was just trying to get ahead, man. I was about to have if my background check would have came back within a proficient amount of time, I at least would have had the one job. But it took 2 months, and they changed my background report around and all type of shit. By the time I got it back, it's completely different than it is here. And so, anyway. These two ladies, and one's name was Shannon, was the black one, and I forget the Hispanic girl, but they were both two fat bitches. And so they came asking me what's going on. So I told them. Well, the Hispanic girl got real mad and had got like an attitude. Look at these motherfuckers! I swear to God, they irritate me. Oh, well, maybe he was out jogging. Somebody hacked into my phone. He's probably in the woods somewhere. Somebody got in my phone right here when I pulled up. It might have been on his car. But anyways, so the Hispanic girl had got like real aggressive and was acting threatening. And this is like out like lightweight in the cut. It's woods back there, and it's like a regular house. And of course, everybody's gonna stick together. And so somebody had already told me that they was basically selling pussy. And so I don't know if they're trying to kidnap me and put me into sex trafficking. I don't know exactly what they was trying to do. But it was people there that liked me. And so the one girl was acting like real nervous. She was acting real nervous because I was about to go to Walmart, then I had to go somewhere else. And so like she had threw up and everything because she knew that they was about to try to kidnap me at this gas station because they've been reading my thoughts for a long time. So they know if I'm about to go and they know my patterns, like I'm always going to get a black and male. And so like that's something that I would do. And so the Agape Sanctuary is where they stole my brand new clothes from Fashion Nova. That was a setup. They set that shit up, bruh. Because the white girl, so anyways, I ended up panicking after I had got back from the dude about to kidnap me, the Hispanic dude. This at a Shell gas station in front of the market, the Walmart market. And so fucking I finally get back to the little shelter. And I just start acting erratically. Like if you're in danger, I will recommend you act erratically. You have to, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to try to save your life. Okay? Me, I'm going to act the goddamn fool. I'm going to act the fool, and I'm going to act scared, because if I'm scared, that's what I have to do. I've never been scared and been quiet about it. Okay? I don't know how to do that. I'm going to be scared. I want all attention to be on me. Everybody worry about what they trying to do, and somebody call and get somebody to come get them, for real. And so that's what I did. I started acting erratically. Then I said I was having a panic attack, because I was just tripping. I just started tripping. And so, like, just tripping. And so then I went to the hospital, and told them what was going on. They gave me medication. And some people at some hospitals, like some of the younger women, they actually care. Some of the younger women that's that's one of them. But see, I don't know if when it get this severe how they act, but I have ran into some at hospitals. Like in Tennessee, when I went to Jackson. Now I swear this man was my grandmother's friend from when I was a kid. I swear I seen him at cookouts before. But I forget what his name was, but the whole setup is on the Facebook dating app, because like that's where they'll set you up at. Like they know that you want to find friendship and companionship. That's why all these online sites are dangerous. Okay, you can't do anything for fun anymore, because the way that the people that's running things have it set up, they want everybody to be sexual, immortal creeps. Okay, you have to say no, because I don't know where people got it that all sins are the same and no sin is worse than the other. That's not true. God said that homosexuality is abominable, which means that that's worse than a lie or a murder. And so, or has different consequences. It's definitely different based off of the Bible. And so, I ended up going to the hospital. And so when I got done at the hospital, I had called to let them know that I was on my way back and I was leaving the hospital. Well, they had said they was terminating me because I didn't, what did they say? Because I was gone too long or something. But I had my documentation. I was at the hospital the whole time. Literally, I was at the fucking hospital. After I got my prescription, I sat outside. I think I might have been on the internet posting stuff. I don't know if I had started posting on the internet. I think this is around the time when I first started posting on the internet. I'm not sure. And so I sat in my car for a minute before I left to go back, but they had terminated me. And so they know that they had tried to get me kidnapped. And so, that was what they thought to do, was try to get me terminated, even though I went to the hospital. So the white girl, she was a supervisor. I can't think of what the fuck her name was. I done seen her a million times since then, because it's a group that all work together and they all travel together in this whole motherfucking torture a nigga until she turned into a slave type shit. Fucking everybody, like I've ran into people that I've worked with at Waffle House in Tennessee and fucking Ohio, or was it Kentucky? In Kentucky. Okay, everybody rotates. You may be a manager at Walmart in Tennessee, and then you'll be a manager at Kroger up in Ohio. Okay, that's what I think is how it's done, because I done seen a lot of people that I done seen somewhere else. So these people all putting in a whole bunch of effort to try to scare you, and I guess they were supposed to be goth in fucking Tennessee. Okay, I guess it was a goth thing. And so they was trying to scare me in the hotels and everything. It was crazy. And so and not I wasn't working. I was just I stayed in I stayed in hotels while I was waiting to start working and get a crib and shit. Like I went with decent money. Like everything would have been cool. I had a job when I started. I mean, as soon as I got there, everything would have been cool if it would have worked out with me getting my background checks back before. Well, no, if they wouldn't have been hating, because literally I had to leave. And so, yeah, but Gabe, they played a big responsibility because everyone that worked there was all in cahoots. So the white girl that terminated me, here goes a watcher, a spy, a hack into my phone to see what's coming out of my fucking mouth right here, as usual. Like, that is so frustrating. And then they'll act like they don't know, like, what I'm crazy. But it notifies me when you go with my phone. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's dangerous, too. Cause they can lie and she could say I did anything. She could go up the hill and do something. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I'm at the park sitting here. It's just a bad situation dealing with some very dishonest set up people. They sent her down here to get in my phone. We all know that. Okay? So I open up the door to take a picture of her and she's acting like she's alarmed. She doesn't know what's going on. Get the fuck out of here, man. And that's that shit I'm talking about. This game is a setup. It's a major setup, just like every fucking thing else going on around us. It's a setup. So anyway, the fucking white girl get to telling me, like, I'm like, well, I'm about to make a police report because I had said, you know, all the stuff that happened. Then they was trying to act like I couldn't come get my clothes. And then after what had happened, I didn't want to go by myself to get my clothes because I ain't trust them. It was, like, how it was set up, it's a domestic violence shelter, so it's off in the cut where people can't find it. And it, like, no, you're not about to have me back there after y'all done tried to have somebody kidnap me. Absolutely the fuck not. And so the girl was like, well, are you going to the police? And I don't never be going to the police about stuff, man, because I don't be having time for their shit. Like, the police just be on bullshit. And, like, that's a brotherhood that sticks together. And if they recognize it has anything to do with this type of shit, they're not going to help you. And that's just the bottom line. And so, I was like, I think I was just threatening that I was going to go to the police because, I forget what happened, but she was like, she started talking about I needed help because somebody tried to kidnap me because this Mexican man tried to kidnap me and it was somebody in the car with me. So they seen the whole thing that took place. Plus there's cameras out there, you know, but the first thing she went to was crazy. Okay. She was like, I need to come see her. She has a special treatment for me and, yada, yada, yada. And she had a specific police officer to call. I didn't need to call. I needed to speak to the one that she knew. Okay. And so it's like, I didn't be like so much stuff has happened on levels of different companies and organizations, and I never say anything because it's not my job to investigate criminal stuff. Once I've already said it to the FBI, I don't need to keep following up because they're not emergency people. They are going to investigate the whole fucking thing, even if people have to die. That just has to happen for the whole scenario to play out right or how they want it to. I understand that. But it's like, you know, people just keep doing shit, fucking with my car, you know, and it's just a whole lot of shit that they just keep doing. And I don't appreciate it because it's trying to punk me. Like sending this bitch down here to get in my phone. You know, every time I'm posting something, they got a million cars running past. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because everything that they did was very stupid. Okay? It was very stupid. Because they just knew that I was going to die. Like, to this day, organization members say something to me like, are you sure that you're not saying this stuff because you got slipped something in your drink in Tennessee? How do you know about Tennessee or something getting put in the drink? Somebody just said that to me multiple times. Not to mention, my cousin Danya and his friend had called me the day after thinking that I had drunk the drink. Nigga, I know what the fucking drink that I like. Like, it wasn't nothing but God. But the drinks became two different colors. I don't drink. Like, I might drink with you. If you keep on asking me, I might take a sip or two. But, like, I pop X pills. So, I don't drink. I don't like alcohol. I just don't. I might drink, like, a mixed drink or something like that. I can drink. I just don't like how it made me feel. And so, people be like, oh, well, just go ahead and get it. So, I ended up getting a motherfucking drink. And the girl roofied the drink, but it was a completely different brown. People think just because you do X pills or because you do something that you just out your mind. I don't be on stuff that's going to have me out my mind. I'm not going to do a drug that I can't be in my right mind to determine when y'all trying to kill me or do some fuck shit. And the way that motherfuckers trying to kill me every second of the day, I have to be alert and aware of what the fuck is going on now because it's always something and it's just always, okay? And so, yeah, so that ended up happening in Tennessee. My dad, he called me, talk about he was calling me because he wanted to hear my voice for the last time. You know, like everybody in these organizations was well aware of that they were supposed to try to kill me in Tennessee. My grandmother, she done had the church do a whole fake sermon. Like she asked me at the end of the time of church, Um, like, I don't like that. Bruh. Like, this shit crazy. I do not like that. Like, I'm gonna say what happened to me. I'm allowed to say what happened to me. I'm not telling nobody's business. I'm saying what happened to me. Like, these people is absurd. So anyway, my grandmother asked me at the when I had seen her at the end of the church thing, she was like, well, could you tell that was about you? It was talking about always making excuses and not getting up and trying to get things done on your own, always asking others for stuff. This is what the sermon was about. You need to get on your red magic carpet and take off and figure out a way to get things done on your own. And man, bitch, that don't got nothing to do with me. I wouldn't be in Tennessee by myself because I didn't go to Tennessee like calling my grandmother for a place to stay. No, I had money to pay for a Hilton hotel every day for 2 months. So no, I didn't. But like when my money started running like low, because I wasn't planning on not working that long. Like I was working at a hotel in Antioch, but I had quit because sometimes it's hard working for certain types of people. Like, I don't know, for like some women just, they don't like you if their husband keep calling you. And like, I have to respect the male manager because he's my manager, and so it's hard working with women that are have important owners of the place, and they're like acting funny based off of just stuff that has nothing to do with anything I'm thinking about at work. Okay. And so I ended up quitting that job because I knew I had 2 other jobs I was hired for. And so, like, I don't sit around and wait for a hand me out on nothing because there's nobody ever there to help me. And this is a perfect example. She was lying because don't nobody help me. I can ask people for help till I'm blue in the face. There is nobody there ever. And so, like, there's no way that this sermon could have been about me. I could tell that it was supposed to be about me. I seen everybody looking back at me at certain points, and I want to be like, you motherfucking fake ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because like, y'all don't know me. How y'all judging me off this lying asshole? She in the church lying. But that was the second church that did this. The first church was Zion City, or City of Zion in Columbus. Like when I came back from Tennessee, this pastor did this whole sermon about me having some type of disease, like just some weird shit, man. It just isn't true. It's not true. Talking about a disease is gonna develop if I didn't let him put hands on me. Bitch, I don't let nobody put their hands on me. No, I don't know what God you believe in, sir, but you look kind of fruity. And then on top of that, like I don't know. I have a very strong spiritual connection with who I believe to be God, our creator, and I love how it goes because of the results. And so like it just been bogus. So my grandmother went into church lying. And so none of it had anything to do with me. This is based off of this avatar I keep telling y'all my mom made up of me. It's not me. It doesn't represent me. It has no characteristics of me. The only part is like I do like drugs. Like I do. I know what I need to do and what I can do and can't do. I know how to control and everything of whatever it is I do. It ain't nobody's business how big or small it is. I don't have to discuss it. I'm not out here asking people for stuff. Always just working, had a boyfriend. And so, it just been a whole bunch of crazy, stupid ass shit. But Agape is definitely involved in a nonprofit. A nonprofit organization. There's one in Warren, Ohio that, people connected to my family is members of. So I'm just putting 2 and 2 together that it's a possibility because of what happened to me there. Like they sent the Mexican to try to kidnap me. Like, look at this shit, bro. I don't like this. I really just don't. There is no reason that they're even in my mouth or on my social media that they can hear what I'm talking about to even send people to roll up on me. Like I have went all this time and I don't never tell their business and don't have any interest in telling their business. But they just keep fucking with me and fucking with me and fucking with me. And the only thing that I have for a defense is to tell their business. Period. Because they like to flaunt it all over and then try to blame somebody else. Okay? There is no reason why they keep having these cars creeping up around me, shit like this coming out my fucking mouth, out my gums, out my tongue, because they're attacking me with weapons. Just like this car with these lights, okay? You see how the lights, those are deadly lights. You see how they're two different colors in the camera? Because those are deadly lights. Those lights are sent to harm and destruct. That's why the color is like that. They're not going to keep attacking me year after year and think I'm not going to tell what the fuck they doing and did. That's not going to happen. They keep sending these strange motherfuckers to get in my phone. That ain't nothing but probably a Hispanic down there. They shouldn't even be allowed around me either. The ones that's in the streets working for them because they've tried to harm me. And I'm not going to say all of them shouldn't, because of course I will have to work with some and everything like that. Everybody is not bad. Everybody is not a part of this. I'm talking about the ones that are. So hopefully everyone is diligent, their mental is strong enough to understand that, okay? Then it gets to this help. Okay, so the girl claimed that she can help me that was at the sanctuary. She claimed that mentally she had a program to help me. Okay, this bitch wasn't nothing but a motherfucking regular white girl with a job as a supervisor inside of a goddamn nonprofit domestic violence shelter where it was all type of corruption, I'm sure. Okay, because they was in there trying to motherfucking harm me, and that's all I know. They were trying to harm me. Okay, and so that ended up happening. So after I ended up leaving there, all the shelters, when I started calling shelters again, you know, they all had an attitude with me and started talking to me like I'm calling the wrong type of place. I need to basically call a rehab. Like, what? Like, basically telling me that I'm lying. This was a nigga that answered the phone at the Y that I spoke to several times before I left and went to Tennessee. This is a black man I'm talking to on the phone. He tells me that I'm calling the wrong type of place. It was a rehab that I needed to be contacting. No, I don't need rehab, sir. I went ahead and detoxed off of anything I needed to. Then I went to rehab to get off probation and escape from Columbus judicial system that they was trying to keep me tied up in. Okay, I don't need nobody else's story to tell me what I need to and need not to do, because somebody's fucked up story that had never happened to me isn't anything like my lifestyle. It's not gonna make me stop doing something that I want to do. Like, I'm not that weak-minded. I don't follow what other people do. I'm a boss and a leader. I make my own decisions for my own self. And so that just isn't something like getting together in a group, talking about what you did when you used to get high the whole time for months at a time over and over again. That to me isn't necessarily a good way or therapy to stop using a drug. If anything, it's to keep the drug on your mind so that you can remember those times, because a lot of the times in the street you have fun. You know what I'm saying? People get high because they like it. And so you have good times. It may not seem good to people that's not in the streets and sober, but shit happens in the streets. It can be good. It can be bad, just like any other part of life. You know, it's levels and it's different ways of living for everybody. And, you know, street life, to some people, they like it. And so, you know, it's all different, but they want to make sure that they keep that implanted in your mind the whole time of, you know, your life of drugs on the streets. And I think that that's just real fucked up, because I'm just not sure how you get clean like that. But, you know, that wasn't my main point of even coming on here. I was just coming on here to say, you know, I think that need to be looked into, because they also have foster cares connected to that organization. And being that they stole my kids and gave them to my mom that hates me, she hates me. She dogged my son out the whole fucking time that he was younger. Dogged him out, called him fat, used to just beat him and dog him. You know, she hates his mother. And my kids used to didn't turn on me. My kids used to, you know, be like, we don't know. Now they doing that shit to me because my mom that had them long enough to manipulate them and change their mind about everything. Now they telling me they don't know. You know, trying to get Tariq out of jail. This whole shit has been very demonic. I haven't had justice on my side not one motherfucking time about shit. They all been for the criminal and trying to criminalize me, prostitute me out, and turn me into somebody that I'm just not. And so that's what's been going on. I'm absolutely tired of these people constantly following me around, constantly in my business, constantly got everybody else in my fucking business. I can't even get a nigga or no dick, not because of the type of woman I am, but because this is what they order, these grown ass men, and they supposed to have all this power. I think they just got money. And then a lot of people just falling for this foolishness. And so what happened is they got my name all in their mouth, and now they done told the niggas they can't fuck with me, and that's what happened. And so my life has been absolutely miserable because I like niggas and that's just something I like to do. And so like I can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Just hating on me 100%. Every time I turn around, it's a motherfucking weirdo in my goddamn phone trying to see my pussy. Like I'm over it. You know, I am really just over it. And so they done figured out a way to connect my pussy to the Wi-Fi. I am so appalled by that shit. I just can't get over it. Like I can't get over it. You know? And so oh God, I just, really think that all of this stuff is like they have came at me on levels that you would not believe using different companies and organizations, okay? So the amount of people and the names behind it are all places that are wealthy, places that have a big name, profit, revenue. Okay? They did things to me that is completely illegal in the civil court system, just as well as I'm sure criminal. Okay? How the fuck is the domestic violence center fucking trying to get me kidnapped and sold into sex trafficking? But somehow the shit is crazy, you know? And I'm just like, they stole all my clothes. So I called back because, of course, after the girl told me she got her own personal police officer, I'm not about to go out there by myself. No, I'm not. And of course, I didn't have nobody come with me. I ended up on the NCIC missing persons report somehow, some way. They found me from a police spotter. That's how I know how good those police spotters work because that's how they found me. Now, this could have been a setup too. I don't know. I don't know how the police tracked my car, and my car was in my homeboy's name, and so it just didn't add up. How he knew it was me, but like somebody reported me, so he claimed, but I was never able to find any other information about it. But it was an officer that came to the hotel in Lebanon, and I was just getting off of work from the Waffle House, and so he said that he had tracked me. This is like a couple minutes after I checked in. He said that I had popped up when he rode past. I don't even know. He was sitting. No, he said he was sitting out there already. He was sitting out there, and when I rode past, the police spotter told him that I was the girl from the missing persons report. He did call and tell them to cancel it in front of me. He used his little walkie-talkie. But I'm not sure that it was even real because I never was able to find any information about it. I went to several police stations in the metro area and it was no info. So I don't know what the fuck. But all I know is I've been going through a whole lot of shit, a whole bunch of fucking dumbass games with these people, and I'm tired of it. Like, I need my life back, okay? I gotta get me a nigga. Because, like, I don't be not having no nigga like that. I've been getting niggas my whole life. Then you get these fat bitches that's involved in this bullshit. Part of the problem, part of the distraction. Because all I am is a distraction. It's something that they doing that they ain't got no business doing, and they're using me for everybody to be distracted by. Trust me, I am only a distraction. That's how I became America's baddest bitch, okay? Because I am a distraction. And so they pumped this whole thing up real big with me. And so it's something else going on. I had thought about what it was earlier, but now I forget what I was even thinking. Because, like, I get pissed off real quick and easy, man. I want to have a good day. I wake up and I tell God, thank you. I said, please, let me have a good day. Because I know I don't have good days, man. These people are 100% miserable. There is no way anybody is happy in life right now, man. Because I'm not. Like, I'm not depressed like that. I mean, I'm very depressed. I'm depressed, okay? I'm depressed. But, like, I can shake this shit off and keep it moving. I need that bread. And motherfuckers to stay out of my business, honestly. Like, I'm at the laundromat earlier. There was nobody there. I ride past, like, when I used to live out here. When I didn't have my own apartment, I lived way out there. And so I know what it's like. Like, everywhere I be at, I be knowing about that city. I will just travel it till I make sure I know what the fuck, where I'm at, what's going on, how to get here. I know this city. And so, like, I rode past that laundromat several times doing DoorDash. Like, it don't be packed. I look up, I'm looking down at my phone. I'm into myself, my own business. They got me surrounded by a bunch of fucking crazy ass motherfucking mentally disturbed gang stalkers. Now, this is the kicker. What is this help that people be talking about? Like, what do they do for the help? So, how is it that somebody else can tell me what the fuck is going on with me, or why would I need help with that? The help that if I'm in my right mind enough to where I haven't been committed, I'm not having issues with the law. The law's around me all the time. I'm very intelligent, strong-minded. I'm not like I'm depressed. Trust me. I'm very angry. I'm depressed. I'm mad. I'm angry. Everything that goes along those lines. But I'm not to a point where I'm just like unstable. So if I'm 41, I can tell somebody exactly what the fuck I need for help. How do people that's never around me, don't know shit about me other than what they're spying and listening to, watching on the internet, or listening to gossip about, how the fuck y'all know what I need? Like, more than me. Do you know that is mental health? Like, the whole mental health, like, people telling me I'm schizophrenic. How am I schizophrenic? First of all, I'm talking to everybody that's listening to me through these hacked phones, track phones, because it's clear 24/7 somebody's listening. I can never be talking to myself. Never could be talking to myself. You're delusional to even think that. I'm talking to the people I'm talking about. The people that get mad when I'm talking about them. Yes, whoever it is, I get on the internet because I know that you know I'm talking about you. I'll let you know. I'm never talking to myself, okay? But if that's how I am able to continue to win in life, and beat the enemy trying to kill me so far, the Lord has kept me. I don't need help by people that is delusional and causing these issues. For somebody to tell me take accountability, I would disrespect somebody, and that's what they would do inside of these help clinics, while they're also putting you under MK Ultra and erasing your mind. My aunt, her mind is like a 3-year-old, maybe 5. Okay, they completely took her mind. Same shit as me. It started 2 months after it did with me. She took the help, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. And so that's not for me. Britt said that's exactly what they're trying to do to me, and she needed it, and it helped. Maybe Britt needs to go get that type of help instead of running around swinging that funky pussy to everybody in order for her to come up. Okay? Because that's what she did, just like her mom. And so, you get this stuff, and it just, I don't know. Everybody want to act all crazy and shit now. And I'm not trying to act crazy. I'm trying to get me a nigga. I'm trying to get this bread so me and my nigga could be rich. And then my kids, I got so much to do. I'm getting older, not younger. And it's like all of this dumb shit going on that makes no difference in anything. Okay? I'm trying to get this bread. Like, I'm a millionaire. I'm sitting here broke and I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire and they're trying to catch me shoplifting. Why would I need to shoplift? And I'm a millionaire. And so it's just not reality. You know what I'm saying? In order for them to have people wanting to follow me at the extent they do, there's something that they're concerned about, okay? Because this isn't legal. I went to the goddamn Kroger last night. They had the whole secret social party up there. All of the guys, the head leader, he parked his truck head on. They had the whole meeting up there for me, okay? And I appreciate that. But they're not nice to me, and they won't pay me my money. And I'm very upset. I mean, I'm just angry because it's not right. Taking accountability means that you admit when you're wrong and you take accountability for that. You pay your debt. You don't have to apologize to me because I know that there's no empathy there. There's no sympathy. You really don't give a fuck, okay? But the accountability, if anybody that is in a group use the word accountability, you need to come with how you were accountable for something before you lead into that advice, just to make sure that you're following what you're recommending someone else do, okay? Because other than that, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Because all you guys do is lie. Anytime you're telling somebody they're crazy for their reality, because it doesn't match yours, because you're trying to save face and stay out of trouble for the actions that you've taken. Yeah. You need to take accountability, or just don't use that statement of words. You're not qualified if you're not doing it. I will never be accountable for my mother and her friends getting together and deciding to try to kill me for money. Life insurance money. Absolutely not. I'm not accountable for that. I would have never recommended that. I would have never agreed with that. Why would I be accountable? I don't owe nobody shit. So accountability, I don't have that for this. I'm a victim trying to become a survivor and get the fuck on. And that's it. I got something in my fucking eye. That's because they some scared ass bitches. That's why. They scary as fuck, bro. I'm telling you. Scary.